Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how we are going to be adding a background for our animated character cards design that we're going to be making. Okay, so I'll be releasing the full project, but in parts first, and then I'll release the full project. But right now, we're going to be adding the background, and I'm going to be using Tailwind CSS for this. Okay, so Tailwind CSS version 4 is going to be used. So let's get started. So I just have a div with this so that we can add a background. Okay, I have used position relative on the main div. Okay, inside of this main div we have another div that has absolute, top 0, start 0, and I'm adding width full and height full. Okay, and the main div has h screen, which basically means 100% viewport height, which is the height of whatever the display area is in the browser. Okay, so I'm going to be using this to add the background. But first I need to get the images and cards and all of that. And in the public, I've added this background folder, and inside of this are all of the images and the character designs and also videos that I'm going to be using in the future tutorials, okay, to add into our project. But for now, I'm going to just be adding a background, and it's going to change based on the characters that we have. Okay, so I've created a JSON file with character data. Every character has a name, a hero name, the appearance of what the character is wearing and stuff like that, which region the character came from, the character's personality, the abilities of the character, and a summary of the character's story, and the video, image, and background URLs. Okay, so I'm basically just going to get this JSON data first, add that into our project. So to get something from our public folder, and I've added that here, public, okay, as you can see. So I'm just going to connect to this first. Okay, so I'm just going to console log this first. Let's try this first. Okay, so we're getting the data. Okay, all of the character data is here, and we're getting the array for that. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the character data. So what I'm going to do is add a useState. And I'm going to call it character data. By default, it will be an empty object. Okay, or actually, you know what, I'll just make it null for now. Okay, and I'll show you later why. So I'm going to change this to characters data. Okay, so here I'm going to add the character data in. Okay, and I've already created the divs for this. Okay, so I just need one of these, not all of these. So here I'm just going to add in characters data. Okay, characters data, and I'm going to map this out. And I'm going to add the onClick, and onClick I want to submit the character data into this. Okay, and when the character data is submitted, what I'm going to do is in this I'm going to just add in an image tag, and I'm going to use the source. Okay, So in this, I'm not going to use a normal source, okay? So in the source, what I'm going to do is use a ternary operator, okay? It's like an if-else statement. So what I'm going to do is, if the character data has something in it, then I want to get the character data and dot background, okay? So get the background from that. Otherwise, if it is false or null in this case, then what I want you to do is just get the characters data, okay, and just give me the first character's background, okay? So let's add that. Okay, so I'll just leave this one empty for now, okay? So if everything worked, also let's add some styling to this, okay? So let's save this. And if everything worked correctly, okay, so something went wrong. Okay, I get what happened. I'm just gonna quickly change these and come back. Okay, so I just need to fix the names. So I just fixed that. And as you can see, the rest of the code is still the same, okay? So this is our image, and as you can see, it's taking a lot of the screen space. So what you can do is, instead of just adding it in this, what we do is use some CSS styling here, okay? So style, and inside of this, we're gonna do background image, okay? In this, we're gonna add URL, okay? And for now, I'm just gonna take this, and here we're gonna add URL, and I'm just gonna take this, add in, actually not in the image tag now that I think about it. This needed to be in this, okay? So here, just gonna add this. And if everything worked correctly, as you can see, the image is still being added, but it's being repeated twice, okay? So you need to fix that, but before that, we need to add this here, okay? I'm gonna take this and add that here, and here is going to be the character data, okay? Parent element, okay. What I need to do here is do this. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is how you add this. Okay, so we've added this, and inside of this, we're getting character data background, okay, based on the character data that gets set in our state, and we're also getting this, okay, and this is the default one, which is the first one, okay. So we're getting these, but the problem that you will see now is that the image is repeating itself, okay. So I'm gonna fix this. So here, background repeat is going to be no repeat, okay. Background position is going to be center, and background size is going to be cover, okay. And as you can see, this image is applying, but you can still see a problem, which is the image has covered all of our cards, and we obviously do not want that. So first, I'm just going to copy and paste all of this in this so that all of these styles get applied to this one as well. The second thing is that in here, you need to set the Z index as 0. And for these, you need to set the Z index as 10 for now. Okay, so it's not applying for some reason. I'm just gonna fix this and come back. Okay, so I looked at the code, and the problem isn't the Z index. This just isn't being applied because I'm using grid and it's adding static, position of static. Okay, so I'm gonna do okay, as you can see now it's working. So position of inherit is what you need to add into this. So this is now displaying all of these. So if I click this, now you can see when I click this, it's changing the backgrounds according to the cards. Okay. So just to recap, I got my character data. Okay. In each of my character data, it has a background property which is pointing to my images and then the folders inside of that to get to the background image, okay, for my character. And I'm just going through all of these characters using my map, and I'm using the onClick to set the character data, okay. And when the character data is set, that means this part is the character data, by the way, okay. So when that is set, I just get the background, okay, and I'm just adding that using some styling, okay. This is basically just that if this is not null, then add this. If this is null, then add this, which is basically just the exact same thing, just this one is getting the character data that is being added. This one is getting the first character's data, okay. That's the difference here. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about this, I can make this even simpler. And instead of null, what I will do is do characters data, okay, and I'm just setting the first one, okay. So that also worked. So this simplified the code even more, okay. So I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.